Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Satoransky, Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in at the center position. Satoransky looking around. The offensive rebound. Vesely kicks to Satoransky. There's Parker with the three. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's James. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Parker.
I see him.
Fades away. Vesely passes to Parker. Shot clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Papagiannis. Hernan Gomez covering. Papagiannis kicks to James. This one for three. You can't get that one.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Hands it from downtown.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Calathis. The drive by James, and James throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Pass to Satoransky. Over to the left wing. Screen by Parker. Back to Satoransky. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And here is Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's James. He's got 5. Calathis dishes to James. Down low. Satoransky grabs the miss.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Offensive rebound. Out to Parker. Lets the three fly. Pass to Satoransky. From deep. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 from deep tonight. James fires from way outside.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
It's hauled in by Brown.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Brown with a screen on Satoransky. And the dunk by Brown.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
First personal foul.
Second.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Out to the wing. And it's Parker in the corner. Fades back. Knocks down the three ball. Parker's got 11 points.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Satoransky against James. Pass to Papagiannis. Here's the three. That's tipped, and they get it back. 5 to shoot. Here's James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got his third bucket of the night.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Screened by Parker. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Brown. It's up a three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
A good close contest so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Metu. He's out there with Anderson. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. Here's a Kobo. And the three ball is good.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Anderson outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Away team foul. That will be the line. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Okobo. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Laprovitola.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Okobo, the pass to Diallo. Odiunas, a screen on Anderson. Lets it go. Diallo, no good.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Pass to Metu. Launches a three. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Anderson. Off target with his three. 3-on-3. Diallo finds Odiunas, launches it, and it's Okobo missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Metu can't hit. And here's the fast break. Diallo, the pass to Okobo. There's a screen by Odiunas. 6 on the shot clock. Hits the three-point bomb. And that'll tie this game up.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Abrinas with a bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Okobo's got 6 points in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Kept alive, full. And that one is hammered home.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Abrinas. Sinks the triple. Abrinas has got 6.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Out left of the wing. Stolen by Anderson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc. Medu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Okobo looking over the floor. Good work there as it goes. Aniunas has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Abrinas' shot is off. Now here's Diallo. Defense right on him. And the basket by Corniche.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Abrinas. 6 points for him. Pulls up on the elbow. That one doesn't drop.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
There's 21 seconds left here in the second. And it's Okobo missing. A tight game here in Los Angeles. Anderson, a screen on Diallo. Fall passes to Medu. For 3. They get it back. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. They're up by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing, I like these kind of.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the home team.
Well, then I said.
And that'll do it for.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Calathes in at the shooting guard position.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Hernan Gomez out there with Parker. And it's Satoransky in at the point. Pass to Papagiannis. Brown outside. Here's Korkmaz. James looking around. 5 on the clock. The screen from Brown. James gets the bucket. James has got 9.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in a 2-guard. We've got Satoransky. Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Veselu in at the 5, roaming the paint. And they get it back. Papagiannis passes to James. Second chance shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
We've got Parker. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Vesely in at the 5 spot. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. James against Satoransky. With the fadeaway. James with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at center, locking down the middle.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1. Parker with it. He's picked up by James. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
For the away team.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
They've got James. Brown out there with Korkmaz. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5 down low.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
We've got Hernan Gomez. He's out there with Parker. And it's Satoransky in at the 1. James against Parker. Outside, James. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to get back on track here. And Parker with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. It's hauled in by Brown.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And here's James outside. Rebound by Vesely.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Brown the pass to Papagiannis. James outside. 6 to shoot. Fade away. Cracks in the tray. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Satoransky kicks to Vesely. Inside, here's Parker. From 13 feet, it goes down. Parker's got 19 points.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
James misses. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Aprinas. No good on the three. That shot off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Diallo. He's out there with Brown. And it's Okobo in at the 2.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Abrinas the pass to Medu. From downtown, Abrinas' shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Diallo. And a miss there on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Anderson wide open. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Fall. And that one good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Outside, James. Pass to Okobo. James right side. Clock at 6. And James picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Well, that's only his first turnover of the game, but you know he'd like to have that one back.
Here's Laprovitola. Here's Abrinas. Off target from three-point range.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Drills it from outside. Diallo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Laprovitola. A 3 from Anderson. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 7 rebounds in the game, and that's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. James, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Back to Diallo. Jacks up a 3. Abrinas with a rebound. Diallo's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. D2 from Anderson. It's hauled in by Brown.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Fall. James defending. Here's Laprovitola. Connects from three-point range. Laprovitola's got his first 3 points of the game.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
6 on the shot clock. Pass to Okobo. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Abrinas. 59 seconds left in the fourth. Puts up a deep 3. Adiunas grabs the miss. Here's Okobo. Sinks the triple. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Abrinas. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 5 to shoot from deep three-point land. Doesn't go for him. And they're running. Here's a Kobo. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Time to start the weekend in style. We welcome you to Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no doubt.
Shot's good by James.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Thompson outside. Pass to Nora. Poke loose. And about a minute gone in the first quarter.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Here's Thompson. And he buries his first look.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
They set the pick. James outside. Takes a three. It doesn't go for him. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Smith's good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Smith has gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Brown. James outside. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Here's Korkmaz. Hits a three-pointer. He's got 5.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Here's Larkin. Misses from close range.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
James inside. Lets it go from deep. Nora grabs the board. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's Thompson for 3. Counted from distance. Thompson's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
The drive by Korkmaz, and he dunks it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's Thompson into the lane. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in. Thompson's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. James outside. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Lets a floater go. And it's Smits with a rebound. James has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Smits. The 3 is up. Hauled in by Brown.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Away team foul. Larkin. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:10 left in the first quarter here. Now James. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Off the inbound.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Pass to Larkin. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. And James launches it from deep. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Thompson against James. Thompson passes to Smits. Lets the 3 fly. The shot that time not on target. And here comes the break. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
Second team foul. At the line for 1, Efes. Substitution on the court.
For 3, Diallo drops in the 3.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Driving to the basket, and the layup is good. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 4, and will return shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Stolen by Bryant. They've got Johnson, and it's Willis in at the 4 spot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Now here's Diallo. There's a screen. Five to shoot. And that one is stuffed right through.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. They've got Johnson, and it's a Turu in at the 5 down low. From downtown, sinks the tray. Willis has got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Here's a Kobo, covered by Bryant. Kobo gets the bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul, second team foul.
On Sunday, and then on Tuesday.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
Diallo outside. It's stolen by Johnson. And they're on the break. Takes the 3, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's a Kobo, covered by Bryant. Clock at 6. Here's a Kobo driving inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Pass to Willis. And he gets that one. Willis has got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Johnson against Diallo. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Corneli. Pass to Akobo. And there's a pick. Floats one. And Bryant pulls it down.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Corneli. Over to the left wing. Here's Akobo. Here's Corneli. The 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Pass to Willis. Back to Johnson. On the take. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Akobo, covered by Bryant. Akobo gets the bucket. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. To the wing on the left. And there's the screen. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Over Diallo. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Going inside, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And the first half now in the books. Up by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the visiting team. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. James outside. Brown with a screen. James can't get it to go.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Smits passes to Poirier. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Smits. Nails it from 3. Smits has got 6 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Pass to Nora. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Nora's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
The 3 from Thompson. Hauled in by Brown. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation. And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Here's Smits, defended by Brown. Smits passes to Thompson. There's a screen. The 3 is up. The shot off that time. James outside. Misses the 3.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Personal foul.
Thompson with it. He's got 7. Puts up a deep 3. And he can't get that one. Thompson's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. James outside. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Here we go. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Larkin no good. Larkin's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Brown with the steal. Down low. Here's Korkmaz. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Korkmaz has got his 2nd basket on the night.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Pass to Smits.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Here's Nora. Knocked loose. 1:52 left to play in the 3rd quarter here.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A minute 50 left in the 3rd quarter. Brown, a screen on Bryant. And James puts up a deep 3. And the deficit down inside single digits. James has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Bryant, no good. An 8-point differential. Brown looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got his first points in this one.
And they're really working the paint now.
Here's Willis, defended by Brown. Here's Oturu. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Oturu. On the wing, Bryant. 4 on the clock. Oturu passes to Bryant. Buries it from 3.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And here's James. He has 7. Three-pointer. The rebound by Willis. There's 39 seconds left in the third. And here's the fast break. Here's Calathis. And he lays it in on the break. 32 seconds left in the third. Here's Willis, defended by Brown. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
James against Bryant. James passes to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. "18 feet out. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
Woo! That is a way to...
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. They lead by 7. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got James, and it's Diallo in at the 3 slot. Bryant against James. Pass to Akobo. Driving in, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Bryant against James. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Akobo. From deep, Johnson. It's hauled in by Akobo. The 3 on target from range.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Here's James. He's off on the layup. Now Thompson. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Smits. There's a screen by Johnson from outside the arc. Smits can't get it to go.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Sinks it from distance.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Thompson with it, picked up by James. Thompson passes to Larkin. And a nice finish on the layup.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
James outside.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Brown. Back to James. Here he goes. And slam dunk by James.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Has the ability to score against size, and those were crucial.
Thompson passes to Smits. Out to Thompson, to the paint. Pass to Smits. They swipe it, and they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Checking in for the away team.
1:33 left in the fourth. Here's Akobo. Brown, a screen on Thompson. Akobo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
1:03 left in the game. Brown, a screen on Thompson. He shoots it. Second shot opportunity, and he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
.50 seconds left in the final quarter. To the inside. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
That free throw is good from Thompson.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
Here's Mata-Yunis. Pass to Akobo. 34 seconds left to play in the fourth. Jacks up a 3. And it's Smits with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Bryant finds Johnson. Knocked away. And here they come. The 3, Diallo. Laces one from 3. Here's Thompson. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
Here's Akobo. No good from outside. And so the road team gets the W in this one.
NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Thompson, and it's Nora in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Free throw good, Saturansky. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Here's Thompson. To the left side wing. Smits. They get the rebound. Fast break. Here we go. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Thompson with it. The 3. Fall with the rebound. Parker outside. And stolen by Thompson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Parker passes to Medu. Back to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Pass to Nora. Out to Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
Thompson, 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Stolen away.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
Wow. Parker's shot is off. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Unloads. Thompson with the bucket. Driving in. That shot, no good. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Now here's Parker. Parker, a screen on Thompson. Back to Parker, beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. Parker's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Smits. Takes the 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Medu. It's deflected. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Thompson. Count that bucket. He's got 6.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
The tray. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Crosses over from the low block. A nice shot by Poirier. Poirier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Satoransky the pass to Medu. To end the run. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Medu's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Swiped it away. And here comes the break. Pass to Parker. From beyond the arc and then some. And it's all knotted up.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Satoransky with it, picked up by Thompson. Satoransky gets the bucket.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. To the left wing. Here's Satoransky. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Thompson left side. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 11.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Up 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Hernan Gomez out there with Anderson. And it's Vesely in at the 5. Willis, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
We've got Larkin. Johnson is out there with Willis. Then it's Bryant. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the shot goes in.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
We've got Hernan Gomez. He's out there with Anderson. And it's Lapro Vitola in at the point guard position. Larkin out there with Bryant. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Willis. And it's Oturu in at the 5. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Willis down low. Hernan Gomez on it. And it's Willis finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Provitola, no good. To the middle. The kick out to Bryant. Johnson outside. From the arc. Bryant can't get it to go. Here's Laprovitola. Still scoreless. Carries it from three-point range.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Larkin can't get it to go. Over to the left wing. Provitola passes to Hernan Gomez. They swipe it. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Abrinas kicks to Anderson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Larkin. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant. Larkin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Anderson, a screen on Johnson. Here's Abrinas, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Willis, the pass to Oturu.
Home team foul. Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. Nice shot by Larkin. Larkin's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Abrinas kicks to Vesely. Fires for 3. Abrinas with a bucket. Abrinas has got 6.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Larkin. It's deflected. Outside Willis. Sinks the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Anderson. It's stolen by Willis. And here's the fast break. Three-pointer. Rebound by Vesely. Larkin's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Abrinas. Cans the shot from the wing. 8 points for him.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Johnson the screen. A 3-ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Willis, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Pass to Laprovitola. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target. Provitola's got 6 in the quarter. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
It's deflected. Stolen by Vesely. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq. A few things for them to focus on. More presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches, and maybe the...
That'll do it for our show.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Falls out there with Medu. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. We've got Thompson, and it's Smits in at the power forward. It's Parker outside. The shot comes out. Covered by Parker. Here's Smits. Hits it from three-point range. Smits has got 11 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Offensive rebound. And Satoransky kicks to Parker. Medu passes to Parker. 4 on the clock. They set the pick. A fader. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And he drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more. What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Thompson outside. Pass to Nora. Back to Thompson. Here's Smits. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. He's covered by Thompson. Count it, good. He's got 10. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Smits. Launches a 3. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 and shots from the floor. Here's Medu. 5 points in the game. The outside leaner. Poirier grabs the miss.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leaning jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
Here's Smits. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Driving inside. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Smits. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for the away team. Smith taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Satoransky, stolen by Thompson. Cuts off the pass. Here's Medu. Offline with his 3. Here's Smits. Knocks down the 3 ball. Smits has got 12 points in just the second half.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Puts up a deep 3. Pass to Fall. There's a screen. Here's Medu. Shot to stop the run. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Smits, covered by Parker. Smits passes to Thompson. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. Smits has got 23 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
54 seconds left to play in the third. From past the arc. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the 3s in time.
Nice shot by Thompson.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit 3s to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Smits. They get it back. Pass to Nora. Parker with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Thompson surveying the floor. Here's Smits. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 16. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Anderson is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the point. And they're pushing it up. There's the triple. Kicks it out to Johnson. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Hernan Gomez with a screen on Johnson. And Anderson has it in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Anderson's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Fires from deep. Larkin can't get it to go.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Vitola passes to Anderson. Corner shot. Pass to Lapro Vitola. Shoots the 3. Here's Vesely. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Bryant the pass to Willis. Beyond the arc. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. From deep, Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Johnson. Bryant dishes to Larkin. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Here's Abrinas. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Johnson outside. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Vesely drives to the hoop. The second chance points on the tip in. Vesely's got 4 points in the quarter. Puts up a deep 3. Anderson with the block. Pulls up for 3. And Willis pulls it down. Anderson's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Johnson for 3. They grab their own miss. Launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the basket by Oturu.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Lapro Vitola, and the 3 ball is good.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Lapro Vitola's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena.
1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Abrinas' shot is off.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
Ball's knocked loose. Willis against Hernan Gomez. 46 seconds left in the game. Johnson from outside. No good that time. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Willis, no good. Johnson against Hernan Gomez. Here's Larkin. Pass to Johnson. Down low. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans...
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Takes it inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. It's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. Here's Satoransky. From the arc. About a minute played here so far in the first. Count it.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
The visitors with the ball. James outside, drives to the hoop, and slam dunk by James.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now, here is James. And he drives in. And it's James with the jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Sarr. Up top, Parker, defended by Brown. Parker, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Covered by Satoransky. Hits the jump hook.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. Give him 8. James with the ball. 6 points for him. And there's the drive. Kick out to Brown. Here's Calathis. The layup off target. Tipped. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Satoransky. And he lobs it up.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
1:21 left in the first. Pass to Sarr. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
James outside. Drives to the hoop. And it's James with the jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Sarr. Hernan Gomez drills it from deep. Hernan Gomez has got 5.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
James deciding where to go with it. From behind the arc. He buries it from 3.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Satoransky. Plenty of space. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And James gets it to go.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
They set the screen. Out left to the wing.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Oh, it's stolen away. Up in time. That shot off. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Up 4. And the second quarter is on it. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Pass to Corneli. To the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. And Metu pulls it down. Covered by Diallo. Tries to keep it alive. Here's Yunus. Here's Corneli, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Just 5 to shoot. Off with the layup.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. For 3, Diallo. And Metu pulls it down. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's a Kobo. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now Diallo. No made baskets yet. And there's a 3-second violation. On Friday, then on Sunday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Pulls it from the top of the key. The rebound by Diallo.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Pass to Akobo. Takes it inside. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Oh, he picked him clean. Here's Diallo. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Pass to Akobo. Diallo left side. Blocked! Well, the defender stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
Team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. A minute 20 left in the second period. And he jams it home with authority.
Who doesn't love to see David take on Goliath? Their huge throwdown.
There's a screen by Metu. Fires from deep. No good. That's his third miss out of 5 attempts. To the middle. Here's Yunus. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Corneli. And that one good. Corneli's gotten his second bucket of the game.
very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
There's a screen by Metu. Inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Home team foul. That will be the line. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here is James. Defense is right there. Driving inside, and slam dunk by James.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Got it off in time. No luck on that one. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You take a look at the visitors. I don't look at win-loss records at this point. I want to see improvement from game to game.
I wish. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the home team. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. We've got Sar, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Here's James, and it's James with the jam.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
They set a pick. Pass to Sar. The fadeaway. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
And they're able to recover. Parker outside. Hernan Gomez inside. Brown's there. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Fires for 3. Drains the triple. Hernan Gomez has got 8 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
We've got Sar, and it's Parker in at the 4. James outside. Here he goes. And it's James with the jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul.
The visitors with the ball. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. And slam dunk by James.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And all around the rim that time before dropping. He's got 13.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Pass to Korkmaz. Back to James. 5 on the clock. Banked it in off the glass. James has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, BA. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world. What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Here's Parker. It's blocked. In transition, here they come. James with the ball. Parker picks him up. Back to James. He takes it in. Got a hand on it. And they're on the run. He launches a 3. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter here. James with a steal. To the paint. Satoransky with the steal. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Now, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Here's James, and he drops it in from the low post. James has got 12 points now in the quarter.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Parker left side. They set the pick. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to James. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. That free throw good from James. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Covered by Diallo. Nice move. Can't get it to drop.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Just 3 on the clock. Off target at the rim. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 11. And don't. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Driving to the basket, and the shot goes down.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Nails the baby hook. Down low.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Here's Kalathis. Pass to Akobo. Yep, that one's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Fall. It's intercepted. Here's Kalathis. Brown inside, working on Metu. Six to shoot. Here's Kalathis from outside the arc. That one is off. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Covered by Diallo. Tipped. And they're running. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Here's the break. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
Pass to Metu. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. To the paint. Okubo gets the bucket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
He was all alone on that one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Brown gets the bucket.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Covered by Diallo. They set the pick. Gets an open look and hits it. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter here. It's stolen away. There's a screen by Metu. Out to the wing. Pulls it from the corner. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
There's 1:12 left to play in the fourth quarter. That's short off the rim.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Goes up on the baseline. It's going to go the other way.
Away team ball. Substitution for the away team. Mateus, James.
The visitors with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
James. 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Covered by Diallo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. Now, here is James. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth. Fires from way outside. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road by
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Brown. Korkmaz is out there with James. And it's Papagiannis in at center. They get it again to the wing on the left. Here's Poirier. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Larkin. Buried from 15 feet out.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's James. Brown with the screen on Thompson. Here's James with the drive. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Nice shot by Larkin.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here's James. And the dunk by James.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Brown outside. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Nice shot by Larkin.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's James. He has 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Smits. Misses from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's James. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Here's the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Smits missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Korkmaz. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Here's Brown, and it's blocked. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Pass to Nwora. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
James looking around. And James throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Free throw good, James. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hyatt the pass to Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
James outside. It's stolen by Johnson. Into the lane. Here's Willis.
Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Diallo against Willis. Diallo the pass to Corniche. And good that time.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And stolen by Diallo. Jumps up. The slam dunk by Diallo.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. They're up by 4. Let's take a quick break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Moniunas in at the 5 down low.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's a Kobo. Moniunas a screen on Bryant, and it's denied. Johnson against Diallo. Willis, and it's Willis finishing it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. On the wing, Johnson. It's tipped, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
When you look at this visiting team, they've experimented with a lot of options this season, but at some point you are what you are. And that's a pretty good basketball team moving forward.
Here's a Kobo. Bryant defending. A Kobo. That's good.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Diallo. Moniunas with it. Still yet to score. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Deflects the pass. Pass to Oturu. Here's Bryant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, first team.
On Tuesday. Then on Sunday. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Bryant hits them both. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Akobo. Makes it off the glass. Akobo's got 8 points in the quarter. Akobo's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Johnson. 2 points. That one goes. A tight game here in Charlotte. Akobo looking over the floor. Out to the wing. Here's Corniche, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Offensive rebound. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Goes up at the stripe. The shot that time, not on target.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Willis. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. To the paint, 6 feet out. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Here's Oturu, covered by Morty Eunice, out left to the wing. Going inside, and he jams it with authority.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's blocked. They retain possession. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Thompson. The drive by James. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And he continues to put in work in the paint.
Thompson left side. There's the drive, and he lays it straight in. Thompson's got his second basket.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Thompson against James. Here's Coathis. Banked in off the glass. Good if it goes. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. They're up by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Fellas, what do you say we take a look now? Thanks for spending halftime with...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the 4 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. James, no good.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's James in at the 1 spot.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Larkin, the pass to Poirier. Here's Larkin. James defending. Out to Thompson. Pass to Nora. Here's Larkin. Korkmaz grabs the miss. To the inside. Here's Brown. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Smits passes to Poirier. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Thompson against James. The kick out to Brown. Back to James. Takes it inside. And the dunk by James.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the fence.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And the dunk by James.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And that one drops.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Thompson against James. Poirier passes to Smits. Here's the screen. Here's Thompson. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Kicks it out to James. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. James has got 26.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
The free throw drops for James. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect. The guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, DA. Thank you. Down low. From deep three-point land, the rebound by Akobo. James in the post, defended by Bryant. James, no good. Here's Oturu. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Oturu's got his first basket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Diallo, and that one drops for him. Diallo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now Johnson. Lets it go with a three. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 12. We're going to... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Johnson is out there with Willis, and there's Bryant, and it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. In the corner, Moniutis with it. Here's a Kobo. Oturu with the rebound.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Out to the right wing. And the lead is down inside single digits.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Such a wide open look.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
Here's Bryant. And the layup's good off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Shoots from the elbow. Cornish's shot is off.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Here's Oturu. And yes, it's good.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
He takes it in. A slam dunk by Diallo.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Galathis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
That one goes in. Kobo's gotten half of his 10 shots to fall. 5 makes from the field so far. Pass to Oturu. And he dunks it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Johnson against Diallo. The rebound by Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Here's James. Sweet little floater. James has got 15 points here in the second half.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Nice shot by Larkin. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. James up top. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Johnson kicks to Larkin. And there's the drive. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
James outside. That's to Diallo. James outside. Shot clock at 5. Thompson with the rebound. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. Here's Willis. A steal. Out to the right wing. Here's Papagiannis. James kicks to Papagiannis. Up and in on the layup.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Oturu's shot is off. From deep three-point territory, the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to James. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chemezi Metu, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. They set a pick. Defended by Thompson, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And Parker throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Pass to Nora. With the drive. Deflected. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Wide open. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. So it's the home team now. It's a three-point game. Here's Thompson, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Defended by Thompson. Pass to Satoransky. Off target with the 3. In transition, here they come. Thompson gets a good look, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Thompson's gotten his second bucket.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Hernan Gomez. Fires in the triple.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Here's Larkin. And Metu pulls it down.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Smith, good.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And the layup is good off the glass. He's got 9.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Thompson fires from way outside. The quick look, no good that time.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
To the wing on the left. From the corner. Smits can't get it to go.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Parker, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, some coaches call that an error of commission. You're giving effort, trying to make something happen. You'll live with a few of those.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's perfect from the line this time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Poirier with the rebound.
Yeah, even though he was open, those leaners are tough to make.
Here's Smith. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Here's Parker. Pure from 3-point range. Parker's got 5.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
Back to Bryant. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Showing that rebounding isn't all about size. It's about will and effort.
Pass to Satoransky. There's a screen by Metu. There's the 3. The ball's knocked loose. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And that one is hammered home.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. It's Parker on the attack. And Parker throws it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Here's Willis. into the lane. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Up by 1. Quarter number. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Outside Johnson, inside. Picked it out of midair. Here's Vesely. Takes a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Willis. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. Willis has got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Launches a 3. Oturu with the rebound. Pass to Willis. Johnson with it. Bryant outside. Oh, it's stolen. The 3 on target from range.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Oturu. Shot on the wing. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's Fall. And he banks in the layup.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
There's the drive. And a two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. To the middle. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
And he lobs it up top. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Right wing. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. The rebound by Willis.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
To the inside.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Down low. Here's Vesely. Pass to Fall. And there's the screen. Anderson for 3. Second chance effort, and he lays it in. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. That one's good for 2. 1:09 left to play in the first half. This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 6.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Anderson with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
"13 feet out." Bryant outside. Here's the three. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tips it. The rebound by Willis.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's the break. And there's the turnover. Pasko's out of bounds.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Going inside. Here's Larkin. The layup off target.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
For the away team, Tony, 3 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. That'll do it for the first half. They lead by 13. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Shaq, you won this award your first week in the league.
And 19 times after that.
You know what, Shaq? I won.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the visiting team. That does it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Satoransky with it, working on Thompson. Shot's good by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his first basket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. Also Chimezi Metu out there. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. And the basket by Poirier. From about 16. And that's off the glass and in. 16 points for him.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 19.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up.
First team foul.
Here's Nora. He's scoreless to the middle. Here's Larkin. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Shot's good by Metu.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Larkin passes to Smits. The three is up. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Inside. Intercepted.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Let's go with a 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Poirier. Off the mark there with a 3. Pass to Metu. And the layup falls. Metu's got 5.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The 3 is up. No good on the shot. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Smits, good.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
From deep 3-point range. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got 4 rebounds now. 4-3. And Metu pulls it down. Metu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Satoransky. Misses in close. Satoransky's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Thompson outside. The 3 ball. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Pass to Parker. Now here's Satoransky. Fires the 3. Poirier with the rebound. 43 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. Here's Smits. And Metu pulls it down. Satoransky outside. Sinks it from distance. Satoransky's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Fires away from way outside. Oh, count it! Did that just happen, Coach?
That should be worth more than 3 points.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Oturu. And the 3-pointer goes.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
From deep 3-point land. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Willis. Anderson covers. Here's Oturu. And it's off from 3-point range. About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Vesely. Pass to Fall. Over to the left wing. Goes up again. And the layup is good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. And that one's good. Oturu's got 5 points in the quarter. Oturu's gone 4 for 8 from the floor. Anderson for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Pass to Willis. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass. Set up the alley-oop flush. On the take. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Pass to Oturu. Goes up at the stripe. And the basket by Willis. Willis has gone a terrific 6 for 8 shooting from the floor. Launches it from deep. Oturu with the rebound. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Pass to Willis.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Oturu. Beyond the arc. For 3. Nails it from 3. Oturu has gone 5 for 10 shooting tonight. Here's Fall. Leaps for it. It's stolen. In transition. Snatched away. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Covered by Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's on target from the wing.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Pass to Willis. Takes the 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Willis has gone an efficient 3 for 5 from three-point range. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vesely. Fades and shoots. The shot, no good. Here's Oturu. Pass to Bryant. To the paint. The kick out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
A deep 3. And that one falls. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be